Any questions? Any questions for the deputant? Any questions? Seeing no questions, thank you very much. Next deputant. One. Let's go. Let's go. Ask a question. Let's go. All right, you know what? Hey, go ahead. It's your time. It's your time. Keep going. Go. 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 Louder. It's your time. 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 Not mine. It's your time. Okay? That's right. Who's up next? You're next. Who's next? You're next. It's his time. All right, you next? You? Who wants it? Okay, that's one. Okay. Mahavic's time's up.
Point of order. Point of order.
No.
Point
Hold
of
on.
order.
Hold on a second. No.
Point of personal privilege.
No, hold on. No, you're not on a committee. You're not on a point of order. Hey, hold on. Mr. Mahavic, you're not on a point of order. Okay, no. You asked me to speak first, and I acknowledged you, and I said, you're speaking first. Your crowd cheered for 60 seconds. That's your time. You lost, okay?
Point of privilege.
Next one. Anyone else want to speak?
Point of privilege.
Anyone else speak?
Point of privilege.
Anyone else want to speak?
Point of privilege.
It's the next one. It's the next one. Next one. It's a second. It's okay. It's okay. No, this is Councillor Davis's time. She put her hand up. Councillor Mahavic's time's done.
Thank you very much. I do have questions. My question
I will stop your
is,
time, Councillor Davis, for a point of order for Councillor Mamalidi.
Mr. Mayor, I'm going to give you notice that if this happens again, I will be moving a motion that would disregard any other deputations tonight and move adjournment.
It's very simple. If this could happen, if
okay. Can I,
listen,
okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've had a productive meeting. It's long, yes. I think we've heard both sides. I think this has been very productive. But if somebody wants, if a councillor moves a motion to end this meeting, it's over. I don't think that's healthy, but you cannot keep disrupting. Mr. Mahavic, Councillor Mahavic, put his hand up. I acknowledged him. He knows I did. His 60 seconds expired because you were clapping, or that's fine. So his time is done. Now, Councillor Davis, hold on. Councillor Davis has 16 seconds on the clock. She has 44 seconds left. She wants to ask a question. That's fine. Your time is done, Councillor Mahavic, okay?
Mr. Chair, I just want to go on record that is a violation of process that this committee agreed to.
I'm being very democrat. I'm
No, you're
being
not.
more
You're
than
not.
fair.
You're shutting out me, and I have
I'm
an
being more than
absolute
fair.
right to ask a question.
Councillor, I acknowledge you. You're the one. I looked at you. You know that, okay? It's more than fair.
Mr. Chair, you knew as well as I that I could not speak.
But that's not my fault. They're your.
It's not my fault either. That's why you give me a minute.
they're your citizens, they're your taxpayers, Mr. Mayor.
We're going to go on.
People of Toronto.
Okay, I'm going to go on to Councillor Davis. If she wants her 44 seconds, that's fine. You have 44 seconds starting now, Councillor Davis.
And I do thank everyone for coming here, and I do think we've been very responsive or respectful tonight. How many people signed the petition? I didn't hear that.
The last time I checked, which was just about an hour ago, it was 39,000, and actually there's been 6,000 since I've arrived from the meeting this morning at 9:30.
So the Toronto Library System is the busiest
It
has
is,
the highest circulation,
Yes.
is the cost-effective,
yes.
the most successful library system. Should we close it?
No, we shouldn't. We should not be closing it. Obviously, Torontonians have
Thank you
spoken
very much.
loudly.
That's 1 minute up. The next person who wants to ask questions? Anybody? Councillor Perks, you're next up. You've got 1 minute. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much, Maureen. Councillor Mihevik tells me he wanted to ask you that if the library is still required to cut 10% and doesn't close any branches, what kind of impacts will that have on the service we have, collections, hours, that kind of stuff?
Well, collections have been cut since amalgamation almost in each and every budget cycle. And as also I pointed out, 10% of the staff have also been cut. So that is just going to continue. The library staff, again, a 24% increase in their business. We're struggling to keep on providing the service to Torontonians. We're dedicated to that, and we will continue to do so. But I don't know if we can keep going much longer to do that.
Okay, thank you very much. Councillor Vaughn, you have 1 minute.
Hours. We've just extended hours in the last couple of years. What would happen to the extended hours in particular in some of the suburban neighborhoods?
Well, my understanding in some of the comments I have heard that they will be rolled back. And I want to say before this KPMG survey was done, the top response from library users was the extension of hours. They think Toronto Public Library is not open enough already, so a rollback and would be again devastating. And we're just finally catching up from the number of hours that were cut prior to amalgamation, when there was again a budget crisis.
One of the things that we hear from some councillors is that there haven't been enough concessions from the unions. What concessions have been made around automation?
The library started introducing self-serve checkout machines, which the union welcomes. It does address a lot of the needs of our patrons. However,
Thank you. That's the end of that question. Councillor Layton. Councillor Layton, you got a minute?
Thank you for coming here today. Two questions. The KPMG report is incredibly vague on the impacts of what some of their recommendations will be. One being that considering the rationalization of the footprints of libraries seems to insinuate that residents will disagree and there won't be any actual impacts. So what would you see the impacts of that being on practically people going to their local library?
well, obviously, they would be prevented from doing so. They wouldn't be as accessible. And as I said in my opening statements, 18 million Torontonians came through our doors. So I wasn't aware that we actually had a limit on reading and the number of people who could visit us, because obviously these measures would result in less people using the library and less people reading.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Fragadakis, you have 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. How is the library now using part-time employees to avoid paying benefits?
50% of our workforce is part-time already. Those part-timers currently do not receive pensions or benefits, and 75% of our workforce is female. And as we all know, societal-wise, most of the households are now led by females. That means we have a workforce that is struggling to support their families here in Toronto.
Thank you. And how many employees have been lost since amalgamation?
10%.
So what is that in real figures?
It's over, I think it's about 225 FTEs, full-time equivalencies.
Has there ever been a library closed before this year?
Yes, there has actually. In March of 2011, this council voted to
Thank
close
you.
the Urban
That's it.
Affairs Library.
Councillor,
We
Mr.
closed in
Budget Chief.
September.
Budget Chief Delgrand, you have a minute to ask questions, starting now.
Are all our libraries open on Sundays, all of them?
No, they're not, because the City Council has not provided enough funding for that to happen, even though, again, that's the #1 request from our taxpayers using the library service.
And when did that occur?
That they're not have not been all opened on Sunday.
Yes.
It has been a continuing trend for many, many years. But again, as the incredible usage in the library has increased,
Yeah.
the taxpayers that are using the service have asked for more available hours, especially on Sundays, and that has not been, it has been addressed to a certain extent, but not in its entirety.
So when the reducing Sunday hours at 27 of the 99 library branches, when that occurred under the previous regime, where was the protest at that point?
I don't believe you're correct in your estimations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Councillor Mamalidi, you have a minute to ask a question.
I didn't hear where the petition came from during that Union Theatre.
Where the petition came from?
Yeah.
The petition was sponsored by 2,400 of your residents who live and work here in Toronto.
How did you collect those signatures?
They have been, we have a website up, and we have asked people to go and sign
Strictly
the
the website?
petitions. Pardon me?
Strictly the website, or how did the union gather those signatures?
So far, it has been the website. We have distributed it on, the social media has picked it up and distributed it also on our behalf. And we will be continuing to do more of that activity in the weeks to come.
Are you using the libraries to do union business with?
No, we are not.
Just checking.
Absolutely, we know that is a violation, and we would never do that. We are librarians.
Checking.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you, Mayor Ford.
Next deputant is Susan Gupta.
I just want to say thank you to all Torontonians who support.
I can't hear one word you're saying. Anyways.